How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. I'm your host, Faze Crypto, and I think that it's important that we address TRON TRX and how things have been moving along. TRON's partnership with Tether to bring USDT on the TRON blockchain will make transactions faster and free and provide more use cases. This is a significant improvement from the last generation of stable coins like Omni. Check out the difference, and this is an interesting tweet right here a lot of you have been sending me, which I think it's important to look at the different developments that are happening involving a lot of these different cryptocurrencies, in particular TRON, with a lot of the different in light of basically what we've been seeing happening with Zuckerberg and Facebook cryptocurrency and the social media at large. Jack Dorsey included basically on the topic of cryptocurrency, basically giving more attention in the light of social media. It seems as if it's going to be leading the charge to decentralization, and it makes perfect sense that this would be the case, that a lot of these different social media platforms that were built on sort of the old vision of the interworkings of the internet would require sort of a lifeboat, and that lifeboat being the decentralization of the internet. So, I mean, just a quick glance at what we're looking at with the current price of TRON. Just today's activity has been pretty all over the place, to say the least, with the value sort of setting a lot of people on alarm earlier in the day, and then of course people were taking some significant gains. I remember talking to some of the people on the Discord who were basically discussing how they were taking these different gains with a grain of salt, essentially, and pretty much just taking profits whenever at all possible, which of course is a pretty valid trading strategy, but of course is rather risky as opposed to the wait and see method that we've seen growing in popularity. But of course, TRON TRX weekly report, foundation to initiate USDT launch in early second quarter. This is an interesting article as well right here. TRON, the 10th largest cryptocurrency on CoinMarketCap, saw only a minimal rise price over the past few days. However, TRON Foundation was still working towards making the token more prominent and realized and it's interesting to see, the foundation mentioned on the technical front, the deferred transaction cost model was completed. Along with the cost model, the foundation organized documents on multi-signature. However, the document of anonymous transaction on wallets is still a work in progress. So, I mean, I think that, what with BTT, BitTorrent, uTorrent, all these different things that we've been seeing happening with the TRON ecosystem, it's very interesting to see this sort of crypto waiting in the background, while I think a lot of other cryptocurrencies and aspects of technology that will eventually be TRON's competitors are sort of sleeping at this current point, which is pretty important juncture. But the TRON ecosystem continues to grow. I'm interested in seeing how this growing giant is going to be sort of stomping along in the cryptocurrency space. And of course, with what we're looking at now involving the lineage of Bitcoin sort of staying at $3,910, then that under 4,000, sort of that category, really nothing new there. Ethereum is pretty much the same story. However, it is interesting to see all the stuff that's happening behind the scenes. I mean, XRP's got its stuff going for it. TRON now, essentially has its ecosystem up and running and booming, to say the least. So it will be interesting to see as Facebook tries tries to get in on it, tries to get in on the cryptocurrency space, how this overall is going to be playing out for the most part, especially what with the JP Morgan cryptocurrency and all these different things that we've been seeing happening. It's kind of across the board. There is a marked shift in what we can expect to see as far as the establishment's acceptance of cryptocurrency, and I've of course maintained sort of a wait and see attitude when it comes down to how these things are going to go. Of course, I already have my bags filled, but at the same time, it is interesting. Of course, this is all coming what with the recent controversy TRON has been facing. It is interesting to say the least to see how they've been moving along, but I don't think it's going to really affect them too much in the long run if they can keep delivering. But of course, developer launches alternative powered by Bitcoin Cash. Of course, March 11th, creator of the freelance coins platform, essentially announced the launch of a new cross-sourced market called Task Opus. The standalone application is similar to Amazon's Mechanical Turk marketplace, which but anyone can participate. And I mean, this is an interesting article right here. I'm not going to reiterate the whole thing for you guys, but I mean, you guys could go check it out for yourself. Next up, we've got Peter Todd, EOS is terrible, according to the headline. Know that after reading the comment section, I know a lot of people have their gripes with EOS, and of course I've made my concerns known in the previous video as well. But during the 2019 MIT Bitcoin Expo over the weekend, applied cryptography consultant Peter Todd was asked to share his thoughts on the new wave of more permission smart contract platforms such as EOS. Quote, "I think nearly all of them are terrible with atrocious technology that makes no sense," Todd responded bluntly. And of course, this quote right here, "It was more likely than not deliberately designed to be terrible because you want to make it very difficult to get into that validator set," said Todd. You don't want competition, and I think that he sort of hit the nail right on the head there when it comes to competition. Any way that they can block people out from competing is sort of another method of business practice that we see all too often, especially in the current climate of what we're having to deal with. Progress takes time, and a lot of different things do stand in the way. In this article right here, Ethereum's POW mining change to the be considered for Istanbul upgrade. Definitely an interesting article worthy of our attention. In the worst case, if the audit comes with a huge red flag, we can pull that EIP out before Istanbul. But assuming that everyone goes well, we're already done the work, and the audit is just interesting article, to say the least. Like I said, I mean, you guys can go and check these out for yourself, but it is interesting to see. And XRP is now supported by Binance's Trust Wallet. This is an interesting update. I know a lot of you wanted me to follow. Paul Brody, Bitcoin has no practical use, yada yada. Experienced altcoin trader outlines expectations for Bitcoin and alt bull cycles. And those are some of the more interesting headlines that I wanted to bring to your attention to, at least at the time of making this video. And of course, TRON is bringing leaders in gaming and blockchain industry together to talk about what the next generation of gaming will look like. We're working with Coco BCX to bring this event to you in San Francisco on March 19th. This was an interesting development, to say the least. I think that the gaming space does have a big marriage up and coming with cryptocurrency that we could expect. This blockchain gaming mini summit will explode the current state of play and opportunities in the sector. It's all about having a big discussion in the relaxing setting using blockchain developers and platform partners. So I mean, to say the least, I am very interested in seeing what Tron's going to be doing in the near future. I think there is a lot of potential for Tron, but all that being said, of course, remember, this video is just my opinion. You know, obviously this video is not any kind of advice. If you guys are interested in giving us feedback, you guys can contact us at CryptoTuber on Twitter, as always, and of course make sure that you guys comment down below, letting us know what you guys think. But yeah, overall I am very excited to see what Tron is going to be packing as far as a punch goes later on in 2019. I think anything's possible, you know, in particular cryptocurrency. I mean, we are still in the very early stages of this stuff, but I think, to say the least, we can expect some great things. But all that being said, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.